Hey guys, WickerBomb12 welcoming you back to some more Skyward Sword. But, well, we got a small key in the last episode. We started the one neighbor mining facility, and not much else. But it was a short video, and I'll go over why that was later. As you can see, we can't exactly get up here yet since there's a block blocking our way. So we'll have to go and use this small key. Oh my god, no. So how about last video? I wasn't very happy because of, well, watch the last video if you don't know why. And I will tell you how I replied to Super Canada Bros. I gave it a lot of thought. It was not easy because I didn't know how to reply to something like that. But I eventually was able to come up with a reply. By the way, that door is chained, cannot get to it from this side, not yet. And this door is the one we want to go to. Okay, right now this is a good reason why my shield was equipped. Makes this stuff a hell of a lot easier. So this is my reply. I'm not going to be moving while I do this. And if you're offended by socially inappropriate words or curse words, you might want to skip this part, or skip this video, or for that matter, all of my videos. That is fun gameplay! And it's not just searching for things, it's solving puzzles and exploring too. With your comment, you just described Banjo-Kazooie, one of the greatest fucking video games ever created. Zelda is an action-adventure game. There's action and there's adventure. How the fuck can you even make a comment like that? Also, if you're implying that it's tedious to searching things, the game has a little thing called dowsing. I am flabbergasted. I struggled to find words to reply. That's it. That was it. It's been a while since I made a comment like that. So to defeat these things, you just... yeah, it's kind of hard to do right now because you have to get them to explode into a wall, and it's difficult to do that without hurting yourself as well. But not to worry. We'll have our way soon enough. For now, despite what I've just done, it's probably best to avoid them. They'll annoy you more than you annoy them. So, before I go into my next topic, I want to be fully focused on the game for one of the coolest parts of this dungeon. Now, in the past, we've seen time shift... oh, what? Oh, what? That was something I was supposed to do. Of course. Going one step ahead once again. Probably did not do this from the best angle, but the beetle should make its way. Oh yeah, I crashed into it. And with this switch up here, you can fly into this. Pick up the bomb if you want, but, well, I don't know why you would want to. It's not necessary at all. We turn purple to blue, and the entire room has changed. And a lot of things change as well. On the hurtful side, most enemies that were scraps before are now alive, such as these things, Bimos. I used to have a lot of trouble defeating these. They're really not that bad. You just slice them once, and then stab them in the eye. Sometimes you'll need to slice them twice, but I don't really see anything where we need to do that yet. Conveyor belts are moving again, but... so what is good about this? Well, we'll find out, but for now I want to talk about the second thing I want to address, aside from that comment, which pretty much did the last video. Now, in the beginning of last video, or near the beginning, I talked about my camcorder, or more specifically that I wasn't going to discuss that anymore. That's not possible. Because in the last video, it died. 10 minutes and 15 seconds in, even though those were brand new batteries. Oh yeah, I did use them for one other thing that took less than 30 minutes. But I didn't upload that, I scrapped it. So it shouldn't count. And even if it should, it's 40 minutes. You can't get anything more than 40 minutes out of 2 AA batteries. I'm going to take a look at something. That's it. Those are the same batteries that ran out on me the last video. Someone needs to tell these people that there's something wrong with their motherfucking product. And it's gonna be me. If Fi doesn't say anything's bad about him, well, you're not gonna get any more accurate than that. I don't even know. And it's not just mine, because the one I had before did the same thing. I mean, I know better than to complain about using this on a TV, but yeah, the capture card doesn't work. It works for other people, it doesn't work for me. That's why I'm still using a camcorder even 2 years, more than 2 years, after beginning to Let's Play. Hey, it's not my fault. No one watches this shit anyway. And if you're pissed about the camcorder quality, well, guess what? At least I'm doing live commentary on this dungeon, unlike another Let's Player. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Must be pretty pissed. Yeah, I am. If I say something like that, I am pretty pissed. I'm really sorry. I didn't... I'm having the kind of recording I could only have if I'm home alone. Which I am. So we just did that, and I haven't been paying attention, so I don't really know what it does. Oh, talking mushrooms. Obviously that's not going to do anything else, we already hit it once. Nothing down there, well... Whoa, that's not good. You know, I think that being hurt by the electricity, or at least alive, like if you fell down there, it would actually be worse. My God. I wasn't paying attention, and now I don't know what to do. Well, there's a door up there. Take a wild guess. And this is so cool. It's being ruined by me and by what's making me mad. It's not my fault I'm acting this way, it's what's making me mad that's making me act like this. And we come to this room. Much of a change. By the way, the music changes for the better when you, or at least in my opinion, I like it better when it's in the past instead of in the barren future. So, I had a lot of trouble with this room my first time. By the way, I was originally showing this dungeon to Rasky Music, but well, we couldn't. He was too busy to get another call for me to show him the second half, so I never did. Now would be the time to do it. I like the D-pads on this thing. That's pretty cool. So that was a big improvement over my first time. Of course, when he was watching me do it, I was doing it blind, which probably explains why it is a big improvement. And, well, that was kind of cool. Didn't know you could do that. And now that I've changed my thing, I can do a spin attack. And we get the vase, or it's actually called the Gust Bellows. This is our item. It's a new item, but not a new feature because you could do this before, I believe. Yes, you could. It was in Minish Cap. And it was in something else, I believe. But I should count it as a new. Well, the element of wind was used before. I find it interesting how he's holding this thing left-handed, even though he's a righty in this game. And now you'll find out the better way to kill these things. Just use the Gust Bellows. I'm still actually debating about whether to call it a new feature or not, because on one hand, we have seen the ability to blow things before, in both Minish Cap and in Twilight Princess. See, this is used to blow sand away, like in Minish Cap. Well, Minish Cap actually wasn't really a blower, he used it to suck things in. And we got a Goddess Plume. Wow! From a random treasure, we get the rarest one in the game. We already got an Evil Crystal, and now we got a Goddess Plume. Although I believe you actually can find a Goddess Plume in this room, like normally. Maybe that was even it. Although I'm pretty sure it was in something else. No, wrong way, wrong way. So, this would actually be more comparable to the Gale Boomerang from Twilight Princess. But still, just blowing away sand and stuff. I'm doing it. I'm counting it as a new feature. It's a new item. I mean, the way you use it is different from the way you use it in any other Zelda game. I mean, yeah, there's the Minish Cap, but like I said, that was more to suck things to you than to blow. And this, might as well push it in case we fall, but I only fell there because I pushed it, because I'm going to do this, because I'm pretty sure, isn't this something important? Well, apparently not. I also like how you can spin things with it, and I'll go over that later, but like, you can blow, like, anybody, and like, if you think this is suggestive, then you're just dirty. I've already swore way much, like, I swore about as much in this video as I might do in, like, 5 episodes combined. I don't know, it's not like I never do it, but usually when I do it, it's, you know, just slip by accident, like, as Funny's tweets say, when you screw up, you automatically say shit, and it just happens. But I said different words this video. I think this episode's gone much better. I mean, to be honest, this is going to sound really crazy, but as far as first episodes for a recording goes, I think that last episode was one of the better ones. Wow, yeah, because the game didn't make me mad at all. Like, I was forcing anger, but, okay, hold up. Oh, you push it this way, so you can go down the ladder. We don't even need to go down the ladder, that's just a shortcut if we ever want to get back to that room, which I can't see any reason why we would. It's just so cool. So I should put the subtle things along with the Gust Bellows, like as a new feature. I'm kind of mentioning that again, but to be honest, I really was. Unfortunately, it can't really be used on enemies, except enemies that can only be killed with this. Like, there's some enemies that are designed to be killed with this thing, but other than that, it's not really recommended that you use it against, like, to stun enemies, because it really doesn't do that. Like I said, there are a few enemies, like whatever those things are called. Oh my god, I totally forgot to scan things with Phi in this episode. It's not gonna be the last we see of them. Target lock Araka. This larval monster is said to live for 1,000 years, during which time it is continually growing. Though the larva is small in size, it's quite ferocious and often found in swarms beneath the sand. It tends to leap toward moving objects, such as yourself. You've defeated 30 of this type of enemy. And if you got anything less than very strong against these, it might suck. Then again, what am I saying? I'm not any kind of master at these motion controls. And then I still gotta scan the things I don't know what they're called because I didn't scan them. So, as you can see, there's a block that we couldn't have pushed before because it was encrusted in sand, and a switch we couldn't have even stepped on before because it was also encrusted in sand. Or buried. Well, not really encrusted because it wasn't hard sand, so we'll just say buried. It's the more appropriate word. So they kind of make you go back to this room. You think that maybe now you can do something in that huge central room, but nope. And this is how we get over here. We don't even need to kill this thing, but no, you do the... It's best to do a spin attack. Okay. This is a Froak. Though this odd creature is cowardly by nature, it will expose an array of densely packed defensive spines when approached or provoked. You've defeated 5 of this type of enemy. My analysis, slightly strong. Which makes sense, because I tried to kill a couple of them before I was equipped, but... it's better than saying slightly weak, or even average. So this room is a lot more reminiscent of the rooms that we did when we were doing the gameplay quests. I love making them explode. You could probably also kill them by using a bomb beetle thing, but I don't really put those two things in the same room here. I gotta talk about something else. One comment I did put that got a lot of thumbs up was the one on the Okami HD trailer, which said that, you know, why don't they make a new Okami game instead of just porting the same thing over and over? And some people said, and I said, in that comment I said, Okami is an amazing game. It should be a franchise like Zelda instead of just one game. Not that I don't like the one game, I love the one game, which is why I think there should be more like it. And yes, I do know there was a sequel, but there should be more. And I haven't played the sequel yet. I definitely want to. But one person said, LOL, Zelda isn't a franchise, it's just the same game on NES, it keeps getting ported. Even for the people that say this game is similar, that's going way too far. Yeah, this looks... I can't even tell. This looks a lot like Zelda on NES. Plays a lot like it too, doesn't it? And it wasn't me, it was somebody else that said, are you retarded? Well, I said, are you stupid? Because I don't like to use the R word. I said it a couple times, you know, out of anger. But, and he said, sure, tell me all about how it's not just the same game with maybe one new item and one new character. There's more than one new item and one new character in this game, and every location is new, and there's a lot of new features about it, and the same can be said about every game. Okay, I'll tell you all about it then. Yeah, it took me a lot of time in this room my first time too, because maybe you'll see. Oh yeah, the Deku from Wind Waker, you did this, but still not the same thing. So you can fall in now, but... Whoa! No! Luckily it doesn't start from the beginning of the room, and that was not the right thing to do. No, you gotta blow it. See, in here, like, it actually, see, like, it makes sense whether it spins clockwise or counterclockwise, which I love. I mean, look at that. Could they do that? Did they do that with Zelda on NES? Don't think so. Hey, Zelda on NES was a great game for its time. That's not that I don't like that game. It's a great game for its time, and even though I didn't play it until relatively recently, I still like it for what it is, you know. It's not much compared to the newer Zelda games, or even the N64 or Super Nintendo / Game Boy Zelda games. But it was great for what it was. Like, my only problem with it is, you know, how cryptic it is, and how some things, like, you would never figure out without, you know, having Nintendo Power in it. Like I didn't know that back then the story was told within the manual instead of within the game. So when I first saw it, I'm like, wait, they don't even tell you what you're doing. Yeah, the manual helps some, but you really do need a map. So adding a map in A Link to the Past was a great idea. I never beat A Link to the Past. Don't know why. For some reason, something about that game, just whenever I start to play it, I always just don't want to for some reason. I mean, it's not that I don't like that game. I like Link to the Past. I like Link's Awakening better, though. I mean, oh, hey, here's a new enemy. It's a Centro. And you can repel the missiles fired with either your sword or your shield. So yeah. You know, oh, I guess they gave it to us. And then after you hit it once, it'll defend itself while sending these two mini guys at you. By looking at them, you can tell which direction they need to be slashed. No, I didn't want to target the big one, I wanted to target the little one. This is a Centro bomb. It's a bomb projectile. It'll fall from the Centro, but it'll fall so it will explode after a period of time anyway. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Thank you for being generous. Wow, 22 minutes. So let's just finish up this room. And then we gotta go from over here. Make sure to spin it this way. Yeah, just play around, fiddle around with it. We got it. Now, yeah. There we go. Other way now. Alright, yeah, we got this. I should have never insulted Nintendo Capri Sun, even though it was subtle. What was I thinking? What a moronic mistake. And it's not his fault. Then again, I was implying that it was like the same thing as myself, how it's not my fault. I can't get a capture card, same as it wasn't his fault that he couldn't do that. And it was posted eventually anyway, the original commentary, so what am I saying? And his talk about, like, rap battles, I mean, that was so funny. Ugh. Okay, 23:49. It's time to end this one.